Hello everyone, how are we going? It's Friday evening, which means time to get crafty. How is everyone tonight? I see we have lots of people here. I haven't had time to read all the comments, although I did see Cherie, it sounded like you were doing a bit of line dancing back in the chat there. Hello Nicole, hi there Deb, how are you? Haven't seen you for a little while. Nice to have you with us. We have Monique here tonight too, all the way from Europe. Well, she was here an hour and a half ago. I don't know. Has she come back? Hello, Janine. Nice to see you. Looking forward to our class next week. Who else is here? Margaret is here. Hello, Margaret. We have Barbara. She said it's freezing in Melbourne. It's pretty cold here too. It was 6 degrees this morning, and that's cold enough for me. I know that's Celsius for anyone who's wondering. 6 degrees Celsius is a cold winter's morning. Oh, Margaret, how have you been? How's everything going? I know you were in hospital last week, but you're feeling a lot better. I'm so glad. That's really, really good. Really good news. Hello, Donna. How are you? Nice to see you. Hi, everyone. Hello, Suzanne. Katrina, hi. Hi, Joan. We have a good crowd here tonight, and I'm so sorry that I am not going to get to everyone's names. I'm just sort of going through very, very quickly. I see Marilyn was here very early, 7 3/4 hours ago. It's almost become a little bit of a competition to see who can be first. How's that? All right, but if I have missed your name, I do apologize. Oh, Nicole, hi. Hi. I'm trying to get to everyone because it's early, and I have a bit of a chance of getting to everyone if I'm early enough. Solvega, hi. Moira's here tonight. And Patricia, hi from Montana. It's very late where you are, isn't it? And Julianne is here. Hi, how are you? And you're on Facebook. Now, I noticed some people are on Facebook and some people are on YouTube. And last week, Julianne, I think it was you that asked why you couldn't see all the comments. And that's because if you're on Facebook, you're only going to see the Facebook comments. If you're on YouTube, you're only going to see the YouTube comments. So I'm lucky. I get to see both because I've got software that allows me to do that. But everyone else can only see the chat for the platform that they're on. And I'm pretty sure, looking through, we have people on both, but there are more people on YouTube than there are on Facebook, which means that you'll see more chat over there. So if you're wondering if anyone wants to make the switch from Facebook to YouTube, you're certainly welcome to do so. You don't have to, but if you do wish to switch, my channel is called Linda Dolke Papercraft in Australia. That's the name of my channel over on YouTube. If you search for it, that's where it comes up. Yes, that is right, Julianne. That's correct. Moira is correct. Okay. All right. Hey, Roz. Nice to see you there. Popping in from Florida. Oh, that's good news, Donna. Pacemaker is working great. Woo-hoo. Wonderful things, aren't they? Aren't they amazing things? My dad's on his second pacemaker. They last about 10 years, and then he got a new battery. Or I don't know if they actually replaced the whole pacemaker. I don't think so. I think they just replaced the battery. So he's on his second one now. YouTube stampers are the best, says Cherie. Oh, look, I'm very lucky. All my people that watch are very wonderful, whether they're on Facebook or YouTube. They're still amazing. Hello, Jody. How are you? Nice to see that you're with us tonight. Back from all your travels. That's awesome. Hello, Kelly. Okay, we need to get started because it is sketch night tonight. I'm going to turn to the desk, so we'll get over there and have a look at our catalogue. So this is our current catalogue. If you are in Australia and you don't have one of these, please send me a message. After the end of this video, I will have a little blurb down below the video that has my email address. You're very welcome to reach out to me and request one. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything to have it sent out. And it's full of fantastic ideas. On every page, you'll find beautiful projects that you can copy or get inspired by. At the back, one of the things I love, so all the ribbons are on this page, all the embellishments are on this page. I love, well, after you get past the adhesives, it starts going through a whole bunch of techniques. Now, this is not, a lot of you would know, techniques are my thing. I love trying different techniques. It's a heap of fun for me, and it keeps this craft interesting all the time. You never get bored because there's so many techniques out there. And every Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m., I do a Technique Tuesday. So these are just some of the techniques that are available through this amazing craft. And so we have our watercolor techniques and several different ways there of using watercolor pencils, painting with water painters, using a spritzer, using our soft pastels. There's a whole bunch of different ways. And so it goes through. So these are like interactive cards on this page, and it shows you a few different styles of fun fold cards, shaker cards, how to use those and how to create those, how to use masking, and so on. Okay, so if you turn to the back pages of your catalog, you're going to see lots and lots of, some of you will recognize this as texture paste. Remember, we used texture paste last Tuesday in the Technique Tuesday, and we made that sea turtle card. And this is actually the same die. This one here with the leaves is the same die that I used in that class, but we colored it and made it look really different. So if you love techniques, watch along on Tuesdays, Sydney time, 2 p.m., which is late, very, not as late as this in the US, obviously, but it's 5.5 hours earlier than me going live at this time. So that might give you a bit of an idea. So, yeah, just lots and lots of fun techniques and ideas, embossing and so on. Okay, so definitely check out your catalog because it's got lots and lots of inspiration in it. And I love that there are so many fantastic, you can turn to any page and look at beautiful, beautiful creations and ideas. So it's great. But what we're doing tonight is we're looking at page 22, and down the bottom of page 22, across here is where we are following our sketches. And every Friday night, I've been choosing a sketch and doing one, sometimes two cards with the sketch. Last week, we did sketch number 10. There are 22. It's easy to remember because there's 22 sketches, and it's on page 22. Oh, hello, Deborah. I don't know if we've met before, so lovely to have you with us. And any other newbies, please pop in and say hi, because it's so nice to have new people here, and I love hearing where everyone is from. We have a real global community here, so it's really fantastic. All right, so there are 11 on the first row, 11 on the second row. We're up to number 11, this very last one on the top row, okay? And I've been doing one every week for the last 11 weeks, obviously. So this is the one that we're going to play with tonight, and I did print it out very poorly, but I printed it out to give us an idea, and that's all we need. We need to be inspired by this. We don't need to recreate it precisely. And some of the sketches that are in there are very simple ones. You can make amazing cards with every single one of them. However, I particularly like this sketch. I think this is a really nice sketch, and I'm going to show you how easy I think it is to work with. And what I haven't decided, and I thought I'd let you guys tell me what you would like, is my first card I'm going to do with some of our new online exclusive papers. And I want to show you the two papers we're going to choose from. So this is the first one. This one is called Season of Green and Gold. Okay, and you can see why pretty easily. So it's got this beautiful gold foil design on one side, and it's a specialty paper. So little dots on the other side. They're in Mossy Meadow, those dots, on like a vanilla and white background. And there's two of each sheet. So you'll see there's, two of each one as we go through. So this one has Mossy Meadow and Old Olive on the back. It's nice, isn't it? You just got that paper, Julian? Yeah, it's lovely. It's so nice. I like this one in particular. I've been creating a lot with this one. It's got that beautiful, you can't see really with the camera, it doesn't do it justice, but it's like a beautiful gold foil. See, it kind of looks a bit, messes with your eyes under this camera. And then we've got these guys with the bells and the little sprays of like mistletoe. I think this one is mistletoe. Does anyone know for sure what these are? Because I think this one looks like mistletoe, and so you could hang it upside down. Let me get it closer so you can see. Can you see that? I think that's what it is. And then on the back of that one, I didn't show you that. They've got this like beautiful design there as well. So lots of greens and gold, of course, and hence the name Season of Green and Gold. And on the back of this one, look, you've got your tartan, or some people in America like to say plaid. Yeah, it has been cold in Sydney as well, Kelly. I agree. And I'm not a big fan of the cold. I much prefer, I'm very excited though, because, hey, I've started to see, and I think I've said this before, there's wattle coming out, and we're not far away from August, which is, you know, when the wattle will really come out, which means we're getting close to spring. And I'm thinking this weekend, if the weather is okay, I'm going to have to prune my roses because it's pruning roses time of year here. So I need to do that. This one's got like a gold, a mossy meadow and old olive, like a mottled design on the back of that one. And this is quite pretty. Okay. And then this is the last one in this pack. So there's 6 different designs, 2 of each. And this one's got like gold stars. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's really, really pretty. But can you see them? They're really, really nice. And on the back of that, we've got like a mistletoe-y kind of a thing on the back of that one as well. So it's been too cold. Well, they say July, I think. Here in Sydney, it's what they call a temperate climate. So not super cold. You know, we don't have a lot of frosts. We might get a few each winter. But, you know, they do say that July is prime rose pruning time. You can also do it into August. But, yeah, I have these beautiful white roses out by the mailbox right at the front of and they're just gorgeous. And I really want to get them trimmed back because last year I didn't do them. I left it too late, and in the end I didn't do them at all. So it's looking a bit straggly this year, and I think a good hard prune is going to make it amazing. And then the other paper, this is not a specialty paper, but it is new. Okay, so this is the paper that's called Iconic Celebrations, and you can see it's got like lots of different pieces, not necessarily Christmas. So there's hearts, and there's champagne glasses, and there's leaves, and there's tartan and doves, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. Okay, now I could choose either of these. Which one should I pick? Should I go with number A, which is the season of green and gold, or should I go with the iconic imagery and do something with that? Either way, I think it's either will look really good, but I'd love to know what you guys think. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the cold either, Tanya. Never have. A says Julianne, okay, and iconic says Cherie. A says Jody, even specifically the sheet. No, it's not cold in Darwin. You're kidding me, aren't you, Lynn? No. Looking forward to seeing you at class next Wednesday. For anyone who's wondering what I'm talking about there, I'm doing an online class for anyone who'd like to do it with me next Wednesday. If you have purchased we're using the Changing Leaves bundle, so it's a product-based class. If you have purchased the Changing Leaves bundle with me, you get to do the class for free. Okay, and I send you the details. You link in at the appropriate time with Zoom, and we'll all be on there together. So it'll be really nice. At the moment, I think I have 12 or 13 people, so I think that's lovely. It's not going to be massive. It's just going to be, and probably there might be a couple of those that can't attend. Now, if you are in my team and you have the Changing Leaves bundle, you don't have to pay for it. You can also do the class with me. You just need to let me know and I will send you the link. And if you are not a team member and you can't buy with me because maybe you're overseas, maybe you're a demonstrator, maybe there's another reason why you can't, but you'd still like to do the class, probably you've already purchased Changing Leaves on your own bat, then you can pay $15 to do the class with me. That's 15 Australian dollars. Okay. Well, that's an interesting question, Cherie. So Cherie's asking a question. We're getting a few people saying, do you know what? Maybe I make 2 cards tonight and we'll do one with A and one with B because we have different people saying A and B. The first person, though, was A, and that was Julianne. So I'm going to do that one first. So I think it's decided. Everyone because so many people have said one or the other, I think we'll just do both. How about that? Oh, good point. Yes, it does need to be mulched, although it's not very well looked after, I've got to tell you, Kelly. It's very poor. All right. So with all that in mind, I am going to grab a piece of vanilla cardstock because I think you can use white or vanilla because in that season of green and gold paper, there's both white and vanilla, but I'm going to go with vanilla. I think it looks really quite nice. So let's do that. So I'm just getting a piece of vanilla, half a sheet of A4. I folded it in half again to make my card base. And I'm going to set that to, will I set it to one side? Yeah, I'm going to set it to one side for now. All right. Now, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to use a piece of white, or it doesn't actually matter. This is just a, this is not a card-based decision. Actually, I could use any color. I'm just seeing if I have some pieces here that would be useful. Yeah, this will do, because I just want to scrap. Right, and I'm going to cut the piece. So this is what I'm working on. I'm going to cut this piece to size. It won't actually end up being seen. I'm going to cut this at 8 centimeters by 12, and I know that that's about the right size. It's a size I work with quite often. All right, and so this is going to be the basis of where I stick my pieces. So I'm going to pull in some of these pieces that I was using from, and I'm deciding, I haven't even decided which ones to use, but I'm wondering which would be best. So what do we think? What colors do we want to use? That's the question. I do like this. I like this green. I think that's really nice. And it's on the back of this piece here. And I'm thinking, will I go with 4? Let's start with 2 and then we'll work out. Now this piece is 8 centimeters wide. Remember I just told you that? So I'll put this up here to get rid of that glare. I am going to, because if you look here, this is exactly halfway. So that means this is going to be at the 4 centimeter mark. So I'm going to cut this to be 4 centimeters. So now I have a piece that's exactly half, and I'm going to need a second piece. So this one's going to end up probably up here. I do love this gold piece. I haven't used it very much yet, and I really like it. So, right, so I'm going to cut this one to be 4 centimeters as well. All right, so these 2 pieces now are the same width as my 8 centimeter piece. Can you see that? Everyone's okay with that? This is pretty basic sketch actually. Now this is 12 centimeters long, and you might notice here, if I follow this exactly, I mean you don't have to follow this exactly, but these 2 are squares. See that? So if that's 4 centimeters this way, then this needs to be 4 centimeters this way. So let me, I'm deciding which way I want to do this. Right. I might just do one side first. So I'm going to make this 4 centimeters. That way it's a square, 4 by 4. All right. And I'm going to make this from here to here. 12 minus 4 is 8, right? So that means it needs to be 8 centimeters long. Maths, right? I'm not even, Margaret knows this. She knows I'm not very good at maths. But if you're good at maths, this might, it reminds me a little bit of the, what do you call those things when we were kids? We had them. Is it Cuisenaire rods? You know the ones I mean? Right, so this is going to go like this. And then I'm going to have 2 other pieces here. So if I was to have, oh, I'm thinking, what other paper would I like to use? I'm deciding. Maybe the gold down the bottom. That might be nice. Would that be too much gold if we had those 2? Like we'll need another square here. And I was thinking about doing the tartan up the top. Would this be too much gold? Or should we do 2, like this piece of gold and then have 3 like green, more green pieces? What do you guys think? They're all nice, aren't they? I know, Julianne, they really are. Hello, Marlene from Alberta. Nice to see you here. I think everyone loves fun folds, Deborah. I mean, you know, it's just become such a fun thing to do, and a lot of demonstrators do them. So not too much gold, says Cherise. So we're going, oh, and then the others are all saying gold, like the gold. Glenda's going gold. I definitely want to use the check. So I'm just deciding whether I make that if I put it down this end, then I don't want to have my two gold pieces next to each other up here. So I would either have just a check square and my gold down the bottom, or I just have this piece and then I do another green piece here, maybe. Well, let's just try it, shall we? We're going to make this 4 centimeters wide again, because that's what the others are, right? And deciding. Just use the same paper. Oh, well, I could just use the same paper again. That is true. I could do that. You know, we could put this one here and then have another one at the top. But then these two kind of mix together in the middle, and that's why I'm thinking maybe having it different will at least make it look like 4 different squares, or 4 different shapes, I should say, because there's only 2 of them are squares. The other 2 are rectangles. So, but a square is just a rectangle with equal sides, right? So I am deciding whether I want to have more tartan or less tartan. I'm going to have more tartan because I really like tartan. So let's have that one there, like so. And then the last one, we can have this. I mean, I'll need to cut another piece, but we can have this darker color there. That would be nice. We also have this mistletoe, but that's quite busy. I'm thinking maybe a simpler design, maybe the stripes. Did you guys see the stripes earlier? I think that might be a go. I just got to find them again. So maybe this one. So I'm going to make it 4 again. And because we're only going to make a square, that will be right. So like so. That's what I'm thinking. Does that make sense, what we've done? It's very green, but that's okay. And then we're going to stick it down. So I'm going to use, oh, that's quite dark, isn't it? I mean, the dark is nice, but I love the gold. I think it's really pretty. So let me grab some Tombow, tap it down, because sometimes it needs help. Sometimes people in my classes quite often will say, oh, it's not working. There's no more Tombow left. And you give it a good old tap and it comes back out again. So this week, some of you may have seen, I posted pictures of the new Taste of the Country cafe. I've been going up to this cafe with my very dear friend Louise for the last, she runs the cafe. It's her cafe. She has been running that for years and years and years. And I've been going to up there about 7.5 years. And this month she's moved to a new location after all that time, and so we're at the new place, and I did put up photos of it for anyone who saw it. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It's just lovely. They have kangaroos that come out on the lawn, and it's just lovely. All right, so I'm putting this up. So what I'm doing is I'm lining this up so it fits exactly on my 8x12 white piece. It doesn't have to be a white piece. It could be any color you want. You know, we could have made it you know, mossy meadow or whatever. But oh, hey Jamie, nice to see you. I am excited about my Zoom class next week. It's a bit of an experiment just to see if it works, and it's a special treat because I hit the 10,000 subscribers mark on YouTube last month and wanted to do something to celebrate. So this is, I thought, a really great way to celebrate. I won't be doing it next month, but I did want to see, and you know, I'm not going to say I won't do it in the future, because if it works really, really well and people really like it, I think it's going to be fun, then it's something I would like to do again down the track. So I don't know why I want them going across. Now, if you have messed up and gone over, like if it wasn't completely even, and I can see it's ever so slightly, I didn't quite go to the end of the white, what you can do is just take your trimmer and just nick off that last little edge so it's straight. Okay, so you can do that, because there's, you know, it doesn't have to be a particular measurement. It just needs to go in the center of our card. So we've got our very vanilla here, And we're going to be putting this straight on here. And it looks good straight away. Actually, I'm going to nick that one at the bottom too. Not quite straight enough for my liking. It's big. It's a bit more obvious when you put it on the vanilla. All right. Okay. Happy with that. Now, if I wanted to, I could put a mat around that, like probably a mossy meadow or an old olive mat. The sketch doesn't show that there is a mat, but you certainly could do one if you wanted to. But we do have a banner here in the middle. So I think this needs to go on dimensionals. I think that will look really nice. So let me grab these. And pop this here in the middle. So we don't want it to sag. Oh, sticking to my fingers because I've been using Tombow. All right, so let's pop this so it's right in the middle, or as close to in the middle as we can make it. I actually find I have to stand up so I can get it more centered. And you may find you have to do that too. Standing up to get something really straight or really in the center is always helpful. All right, it's looking good. Okay, how are we doing? Looks kind of like the picture. Yeah. If you wanted to, you could make this go down further, or you could have it. These measurements are not precise. This is just a way of coming up with this, and I think 8 by 12 is a good measurement to work with our size cardstock. So yeah, the textures, I agree, Jamie. It's really, really beautiful, and it would look nice with gold backing. That would really look lovely. But I'm just doing it like the picture this time, and maybe the next one we might use something else to join it all together. Okay, so we need some sort of banner in the middle. Let me have a little look in my little scrap thingy here. This is not a real scrap. I have a proper scrap drawer of all die cuts, but I've got a couple that I've been. This is my magnetic tray, Cherie. Remember you asked me the other day, where is it? Here it is. I just so happen to have been popping things in here while I'm just looking to see if I have any banners, but I maybe don't, so we might have to cut one, but that's okay. I can do that. Let me grab, I've actually got some, I've got a leftover pack from a class, so there's going to be banners in here. And I'm thinking maybe I want vanilla, I think, because we have a vanilla base, so it makes sense to have a vanilla. Oh, this is from, well, I might keep that one. That's a bit small, but you could do that if you wanted to have a little one. I did a lot of, oh, here we go. This is a good one. That's quite small as well. So I've got a couple of little guys, haven't I? And I'm trying to pick one that's not white. It would have probably been easier or quicker for me to just cut one. That would have been smarter and faster. Also, you don't have to have a banner if you don't want to. You could have a circle. You could have any shape that takes your fancy. I think I'm going to cut one. But the question is this a Christmas card, do you think? Would we call this a Christmas card, or do you think we should have, what sort of greeting would work well? Rule a line around it with darker green so it has a shadow. You absolutely could do that. That would look nice. Ah, thank you. Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I know that's not what it's for, but I've got two on my desk, and both of them are filled with other things than what they're supposed to be for. Look, here's another one. It's another magnetic tray, and I've got all my water painters in it. Hey, whatever works, right? So, did we decide whether we want of things that shouldn't be in it? That's right. Okay, so did we decide? I know, sorry, Cherie. You see, you never come here. Either that, or you're gonna walk in and just be horrified at the state of things around here. Hey, you know what? It works. It does. It actually works for me. So Is this a Christmas card? What do you think? Because if it is, we'll do a Christmas greeting. And if it's not, we'll do something else. So I would love to know what you think. I mean, if it's a this is the matching, this is part of the same suite. And we could do a Christmas card with this. Oh, that's okay. No problems, Lani. If you can't make it to the Zoom class, there will be a replay that you can go and watch later. Okay. Okay. Moira is saying Christmas. Nicole is saying something else. Best wishes could use for Christmas. Oh, what set do we have a best wishes in? I know we have one. I know I have one. Where will I find best wishes? Does anyone know where best wishes are? Okay, you guys can help me know. I'm not always good at knowing what sets things are in. But I know we have a best wishes. Any thoughts? Not Christmas, says Deborah, sorry. But Cheryl is right. You could use best wishes for Christmas or not. Oh, wow. I'm sorry that you broke your computer desk. That's no good. Father's Day. Whew. Didn't think of that. Yes, I guess it could be. It could be a Father's Day card. Did not think of that. Or Dear Friend. Well, I know Dear Friend is in the Spotlight and Nature set. That would be easy. Very easy to do. And the other one, Father's Day. I'm thinking what sets has Father's Day? We had the He's All That, but that's been discontinued now. That's been retired, so it's not in there. Anyway, I don't want to hold up the works with trying to decide, so maybe I will go with Cheryl's idea of Dear Friend. Spotlight on Nature, yep. Everyday Greetings, I don't have that one, Roz. It's not, this is Dear Friend. That is quite nice, isn't it? All right, so if we're going to pop that on a piece of vanilla, so let me just pick that up. And I think I'll use Mossy Meadow for this. So Thinking of You would be nice. There's a really nice Thinking of You in the Friends for Life set. This one, that one there. It's really nice. Wouldn't fit on a thin banner, but it would fit on a circle. And a circle would still be nice on this. Do we do a circle instead? Is it? Oh, sorry, Cherie. Is there an internet crisis? I didn't know there was an internet crisis. I've been living under a rock. Have I? I don't have layering leaves either, Suzanne. Oh, my goodness. There's so many sets. You just can't have everything, right? There are so many sets that I like, but I'm at this point trying to resist because I'm saving myself for the mini. The mini catalogue comes out next month. So, interesting. Oh, well, that's good. I must have missed out because that would have panicked me about having a live if there was an internet crisis. That would be very bad. All right, so let's cut this out. And a really good set for that is the good old, let me see if it's here, Stylish Shapes. That fits really rather nicely, and I think that will fit well, and it's kind of a good banner like this one here. So I'm going to cut this out with my cut and emboss machine. It will take me 2 seconds, and I shall be right back. And I can even talk to you while I do that if you would like. So I'm cutting this out. I've just received, not ordered and received new plates, but I haven't used them yet. Because you know how it is? It's that the first time you use your new plates and they're so pristine and beautiful, and then you use them and they're not pristine and beautiful anymore. So it's making me not want to use them. I'm trying to get as much life out of my old ones as I can. All right, so there's my Dear Friend. And it's going to go on dimensionals right here in the middle of this piece. Right, so this is a very simple sketch. What does everyone think? Do we like simple sketches? Because I do like simple sketches, and I'd love to know how everyone else feels about them. We're going to need some bling on the card, of course. And I'm wondering if we might need a little bit of linen thread as well, because that's always good. What do you think? What does everyone think? So this, you'll notice that this is right on that line, and that's where I intend to place mine as well. One of the nice things about working with stripes is and tartan is it's very easy to line things up. So you just line them up so that they're exactly in line with the tartan and the stripes. Simple is good, exactly. But you know what? That's still a really nice card. Very, very simple, I think. All right, so let me turn to my very fabulous, I showed you all this recently. This is my embellishment book, and I'm finding it so much easier to find things. I'm deciding which ones I like. We've got a few really nice ones. I'm just thinking, are there actually embellishments for this suite? I can't remember. Is this from this suite? No, this is from the Iconic Imagery set. But those are nice with the pecan pie. Those would be quite good. Although gold would be nice with this. So maybe I've got Blooming Pearls. And those have got, we've got the gold. And we've also got Garden Green that would, you'd get away with the Garden Green with this as well. So those would be nice. What else do we have? So much easier to find what I want now. We've also got the metallic adhesive backed metallic gems. These are also fabulous. So those in gold would be very nice as well. Where are you off to, Monique? You said you hope you can fly. Is that when you're going to Spain? Is that trip? Layering Leaves does have best wishes, and I don't have Layering Leaves. But I do have some best wishes. I just didn't have time to look for them right now. Oh, we've also got these guys. These are part of these, what are they called? Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Back Pearls. Have you guys seen these? They're really nice. But if you add these, they straight away, your card looks like Christmas. And so if we've made this not a Christmas card, so we would either go with the clear ones, which look really good, by the way, or the gold, I think. But I do very much like these. I think they're fantastic. I know. I'm going to actually do a video, a standalone video about this, my folder, because the girls are really used to me going through my box of embellishments. I've had them in a box, like a tin, one of these tins. Some of you might remember these tins. I had them in there for years and years and years. And all of a sudden, I had an epiphany the other day, because that just wasn't working for me. It would take me forever to find what I was looking for. And it would fall down in between. And, yeah, it was not a good situation. And so I think I'm just going to go with the metallic gems. These over here on the right. Let's do that. And so I had this idea that, hey, what if I put them in a book? And we actually have books. So why not, right? So, yeah, that's what I did. And I'm so glad, because it's been fabulous. Now, I'm going to put one on here because you won't really see it. If I put it on the gold, you're going to lose it. You won't see the... I'll put one up here. There we go. I'm going to call that finished. Very simple. Nothing particularly magical about it, but I think it works. I like it. It's a nice card. A massive IT outage caused by issues with CrowdStrike software has caused havoc with computer systems around the world. Thank you, Jamie. I don't watch the news, but I do get what little bit of news I consume. I get either on Facebook or right here from you girls. I don't need anything else. All right, so I've got a couple of gems I've put aside for later, and let's make another card. Let's do a totally different card. All right, and this time I'm going to use, look, Cherie, I'm going to put this in my metallic bowl. How about that? All right, so let's pull out a few colors that what I like to do is, because there are so many designs in this iconic celebrations paper, Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like it. I'm really glad. And you guys could make this one as well. It'd be so easy. Such an easy card. So what I like to do is I like to go through with so many different designs and pull out ones that kind of go together, whether it be the colors or the images or whatever. For example, this dove would look really nice with this stripy paper because it's got the blue in it. Okay. So, you know, I would go through and find if there are any others that look really good together. So those two would look good together. I did use this in a class the other day. I love this. These stars are really, really nice. So let's see if there are other. Well, this would be Christmas if I did these. So we could candy cane. So those are kind of pinky ones. I don't want to use the hearts. We have, well, here we go. We've got some Mossy Meadow stripes. Oh, we may end up with a couple of green cards if I'm going to do that. And we also have Christmas trees. I do like the pecan pie for a bit of contrast. That's really nice. And let's see if we have anything else that would look good. We have the tartan. The tartan might look okay. Love this. How nice is that? The fireworks. Isn't that cool? Like it. Oh, we have, but these are pink Christmas trees, so those are interesting. But I feel like we would need something more contrast happening down here. Oh, and there's some blue snowflakes that would go up here with these guys. So can you see I'm sort of putting colors together that I think might work, and images as well. So there's one with candles on it. Well, here you go. This one on the back of that one, you've got pecan pie Christmas trees. Oh, and we also have, didn't see these ones before, we have these little stars as well. So all of these actually look quite nice together. So there's a whole bunch of different things, and you can kind of play around and then try and bring in some, you know, some contrast. So I don't want it to be all the same. So that one would kind of, it's got some pink berries on it, and it would look okay with these because it's got that little bit of pink on it. So it would sort of tie that together. But I'm looking through. There's also birthday candles. This is nice. See the birthday candles? And there's one that's got confetti. I'm not sure what I've done with it. I haven't seen those, but I know there are confetti ones. I just can't see it right now. It might be on the back of, because I used this for a class the other day, and I'm just thinking there was one that had confetti. What else did I use? Give me a second while I go back to that bag again. Oh no, that's these, and they've also got some red in there. So you could, if you wanted to go like Christmassy, you could throw some red in, and that would look really nice as well. But what was the other? Oh, use the stars. So yeah, the stars has confetti. So you could actually put, because blue, green, and pink in there. So you could put it in with the blues, or you could put it in with the pinks. You could get away with that one with a couple of different ones. I knew there was confetti somewhere. But I like the red. The red is really nice, and you could pull that in with your Christmassy ones. Fireworks and the pecan pie sheets. Yeah, those are nice, aren't they? Do the blues for something different, says Helen. Hi, Helen. Nice to see you. News is so depressing. That's why I don't watch it. I get enough news on, you know, social media and, you know, with you guys and, you know, in my community. I don't need to actually watch the news and feel bad about everything as well. So, all right. So what was it? Oh, that's interesting. Affected your banking. Oh, that's no good, Margaret. Wow. So a lot of people were affected, and I totally missed it. Can I tell you my embarrassing? I'm a bit of a scatterbrain sometimes, and last night I had to go to the ATM after hours to make a deposit, and this is not the first time I've done this. This is the second time I've done this. I left my card in the ATM, and only realised when I was at home later and went to get something out of my wallet and hang on, where's my card? And then I realised what I'd done. All right, so we've got blues. So we have, let's see, what have we got? I'd like to have some contrast because those two are quite close together. So we could do, the confetti one. We could do that. What do you think? Those 4 would look okay together. Oh, and then I also have these. I forgot about those ones. The palms, which would be, they could be very Christmassy. There's that red again. So you've got, you know, you've got the real Christmassy look, and that could go in with those other colors. So you could really mix and match these until you came up with a whole bunch of different combinations. I was just looking to see if there was any. I mean, they're snowflakes, they're doves, and I'm thinking it kind of is wintry, but not necessarily Christmassy. So I don't know. What do we think? Do we like that idea? I see I'm missing some comments. I didn't scroll down far. Did I get my card back? Yes, I went to the bank today and picked it up. Like I said, not the first time I've done it. And then I feel really scatterbrained. I think, you know, what was I thinking? Not much. I was tired after a full day's class. That's what it was. You get the highlights on your way to work. Yeah, that's probably a good way to go. You don't need to see all those awful images on TV. Really, it doesn't. Yeah. Wow, Solvegra, I hadn't heard about it. Some vellum. Actually, we do have some vellum right now. So I could throw in some of our gold vellum maybe with this, or with the Christmassy colors. That would be nice. Oh, I don't know. I don't feel like these are quite right because I'm worried about the snowflakes, because they to me make it Christmassy, and I don't necessarily want it to be, even though we don't, of course it's not Christmas when it's snowing around here, is it? But anyway, you like the brown and gold. Yeah, and you like the red. I know, it's too many choices. That's the only problem with papers that have so many, you know, 12 different designs, 4 of each to make a total of 48 sheets. That's a lot of designs, right? All right, I think I've just changed my mind completely on what I wanted to do. Let's bring these back in. Let's go with we've got green. And I think I'm making Christmas. We have red. We have stars. We have, all right, we're not going to use all of these. I'm thinking, I like this tartan. I like that. And we have the trees. And we have stripes too. See, these ones would look nice. Those 4 would look nice together. Look at those. So lots and lots of choices. How about these? Let's just do it, guys. I'll spend all day trying to make up my mind. All right, so I'm going to pick a color out of here. And I'm actually thinking about crumb cake. I think that would look really nice with this. So I have got a piece of crumb cake here. Let me see. Yep, here we go. And we also have pecan pie in here. And that's, pecan pie has become, I'm really starting to love pecan pie. It's, I'm going to get another piece of crumb cake because that piece has got a little bit of a ratty edge and I don't like it. So I'm going to grab a new piece. I had a lovely lunch out today with a friend. It was so nice. And then I went straight from there to the bank and got my card back. Oh, you have to go, Deborah. Well, it was lovely to have you with us. Bye-bye. All right, I'm going to go with crumb cake. And I'm going to add a couple of different, it's going to be another really simple card, so it's going to be quick. It won't take very long at all. I'm going to get some pecan pie. And I'm going to cut this to be slightly bigger than the piece that is going to hold my my pieces. And I'm going to do that 8 by 12 thing again. So I'm going to make this 8.5 by 12.5. So it's half a centimeter bigger. In the US, you'd make it 1/4 of an inch bigger than whatever your piece was going to be in the middle. So I'm going to have these, and we're going to go with a real Christmassy kind of a design. And so I'm going to cut 4. I'm cutting 2 at a time because I can. So we've got 2 4-inch wide strips. And then we have 2 more centimeter wide strips, not 4, not inches, centimeters. Oh my goodness. Right, and this one's going to be, actually I'm going to make this one of the squares because it's quite bold, this red color. And so this will end up in the middle. All right, there's still enough room around the outside, even though it's a little bit bigger than the last one was. And I can put this inside like this and like build my 1/2 centimeter banner. I can do that. Let me see. I'm going to have, this one's going to be 8 centimeters long. Oh, thank you so much, Moira. This color is not one. I'm not normally I'm not big for bold colors. Well, sorry, that's not true. I'm not big for reds on nails usually, but I did choose it this time just to do something a little bit differently. Right, so that's going to look like that. Then this one is going to go here, and then we'll have the, which we have the green like this and this at the top, or we have this at the bottom and the green up top. I think this at the bottom and the green up top. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Sometimes I'm asking you guys, and sometimes I just talk to myself. So this is going to end up on here. Now, I actually think it's harder if you're trying to put something on a piece that's a little bit bigger to have the right amount of leftover. It's probably would be easier to actually cut a scrap, and let's cut it out of that scrappy, this scrappy crumb cake piece. So I'm actually going to make this 8 by 12, and I'm going to put my pieces on here. I just think that's easier than trying to position it properly on the pecan pie piece, which is a bit bigger. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. Right, so if I put these on now, will go right to the edge, and it just makes it easier to put it together. Also makes it a bit sturdier too. So they're going to go like this. And is everyone happy about where I've positioned the colors, or do you think I should have done it differently? Do you think that would be okay? Like so. What do we think? Oh, that's exciting when you've got boxes at home, Donna. That's so cool. I know exactly what you mean. I get very excited when I know I've got deliveries sitting at home waiting for me. And yes, even after 18 years that I've been doing this, I still get excited about my Stampin' Up deliveries. It never goes away, that excitement. Something I didn't say earlier, and I should say it because I think some people don't realize that everything you see me using is available for purchase. So if you happen to be in Australia and you don't have a demonstrator that you're already working with, reach out if you would like to purchase anything you see, and we'll get you sorted. There's also in the description below the YouTube video at the very end of this, I'll be immediately putting up the blurb that's got the online store link and my email and all the information to contact me various different ways. So I will put it on the screen while I'm gluing this together. I'm going to put on the screen my blog. There it is, lhiggins.blogspot.com. And the reason I'm popping that up there is because if you're interested in the Changing Leaves online class that I'm going to be doing this coming Wednesday, the 24th, it will be a live Zoom class. Let me trip over my tongue. It will be a live Zoom class. And that means that it'll be like this, but we'll all be able to see each other. I'll be able to see you, you'll be able to see me, and it'll be like being in the same room together. So it'll be lovely. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't done this style of, I have done Zoom before, and I've done presentations and all sorts of things, but I haven't done classes publicly offered, or sorry, offered widely like this before in this format. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to work. All right, so we have our Christmassy kind of, would be nice with those trees too. Those trees would be nice, but I'm not using those. There is a die that cuts those out in the iconic imagery dies. Now, if anything doesn't line up properly, same as we did before, we can, like it's not even a millimeter different down there, but I can see it is different. So I'm just going to trim off the bottom just to make sure that I've got it perfectly lined up, like so. And I'm going to do the same thing here and perfectly line up these. There we go. Looking good. Okay, quite like that. Do we want the green at the top or the red at the top? I don't think it really matters. But they both look good, right? Now this piece here can go on here, and you could put it on dimensionals if you want to. Because I took that little tiny bit off the top and the bottom, it's made this ever so much, like about 2 millimeters. So I'm just going to take the top off that as well. Actually, that might not be enough. That's better. Okay, so I'm actually just going to glue this straight on here, and then I'm going to put my dimensionals under the pecan pie piece. But you could put 2 layers of dimensionals on if you are big on your dimensionals, if you like that. I think dimensionals make everything look a little bit more professional, a bit more interesting too. All right, let me get rid of the banner. But that was the address that you go to find all the details about the class. You're waiting for August for your next order. That's exciting. Yep. Well, next month we're going to have, for demonstrators, we will have pre-order from the new mini catalog, and then for everybody else, if you're not a demonstrator, you'll be able to get your mini catalogs and order from those in September. So if you have ordered with me in the last 12 months, you will be getting a mini catalog in the mail from me, just because you are on my list of people who have ordered recently. So I think that everyone's looking forward to that, and that should be good. Here we go. Just get these on here. Now, last time we used a banner. Do we want to use a banner again, or do we want to go something different? I'm thinking maybe something different might be good. Let me stand up and get this centered. Cookie's having a chat. All right, that looks good. What do you think? Do we like this? Yeah, the border looks good, doesn't it? I think it does too. In fact, I think the first card would have looked better with a border, but, you know, I just did it the way the sketch had it. Hey, Judy, nice to see you there. Looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday. All right. All right, so the last card I'm just looking to see if I've got any shapes here that, this would look really nice, but it's Christmas. Wouldn't that butterfly look nice on there? That'd be nice. It's not right because this is a Christmas card and the butterfly is not Christmas, but you might see I've embossed my butterfly. Can you see that? He looks really nice. Very happy with him. All right, let's see what else I have in this little box of tricks to see if I have any other shapes or whether I have to cut one. Well, we have got these guys. And that looks a little bit small to me. I feel like it needs something behind it, maybe, possibly. What do you think? It's very little. But these are from the iconic imagery dies, which are really nice, actually. Let me just grab them out if I have them handy. I've got reuse of the season dies. These are the ones that match those first green and gold papers, and they are like, these are kind of cool. Even though they've got a little hole here because they're a tag. See, that would look really nice, wouldn't it? Right there. That's a good size. Or this one, this little kind of like an oval. That one would look nice as well. So both of those are good. But see how it's got a hole? There are a number of things you can do. You can either stick a bit of bling over the hole if you don't want the hole to be there. You could actually thread something through the hole and actually make a feature of it. So you have a couple of choices. Which one shall we do? Let's have a look and see what greetings we have. And then that might make up our minds. So we've got, like if I wanted a small greeting, we've got, we've got Mary. We've got, actually I just thought, in my iconic imagery, we've got peace, we've got joy, and this is what matches these papers. So maybe we should go with those. But where are the dies? Did I put them away? That's probably what I've done. I probably put them away. And I'm not used to me actually doing that. Yeah, I did. I put them where they belong. That's why I can't find them. All right. So these, I mean, you can have, we have lots of shapes. I love these tags. Just a little tip for anyone who's going to be doing craft along with me in a couple of weeks. So that's not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, the 31st. We're going to be doing some stuff with these tags. So that'll be something to look forward to. All right, so this little one here, that's the one I just showed you a moment ago, this one that is quite short. See, that's it. This one is a little longer. That would probably be better. Then you could put a big one on, but then it's going to hide a lot. So you could do that, but you'll lose a lot of this design in the middle. But we certainly could do that because it's got this one here holds that great big beautiful celebrate. Isn't that nice? So I could do something like peace or joy, and those would fit nicely on a small little banner. What do we think? Oval tag with a ribbon in the hole. Okay, I like that. I know the butterfly is beautiful, isn't he? Looks lovely. The oval, the next size up, is your favorite. Is that the, like, it actually looks like this oval, the bigger one? I think that's the one you mean. It's got the stitching around it. It is nice, isn't it? I haven't used that one yet, but I've made a lot of use of this one, and I've used this big tag quite a lot. So, all right. So, oval tag. So let's try that. And I'm going to use my vanilla paper again because this is more of a vanilla than a white, I think. And let's have a little look here. Which way will I go? Will we go peace? Let's go peace. And I love this big celebrate. Isn't that gorgeous? Can't wait to use that on something. That'll be beautiful. I just haven't used it yet. But I have used the joy for a class the other day. All right, so let's put peace. Goodness knows the world needs some of that right now. That's all I can say. And I'm going to grab, what block have I got here? A B block. This is B, I think. Yep, B, which is our smallest block we have right now. And I'm thinking maybe pecan pie or early espresso for the stamping. Early espresso would stand out a little bit more because it's darker. So maybe I'll go with that. So peace in early espresso. Let's pop this straight here, like so. It's a nice simple little one. And I'm going to have this, and this is going to cut this hole. So if I didn't want the hole, I could put a bit of bling here and a bit of bling over the other side. No one would ever know there was a hole there. That's a possibility. Oh, hello, Rosemary. How are you going? All right, I'm going to cut that really quickly. And then we get to decide, well, what ribbon, if we're going to tie a ribbon through the hole like Helen suggested, what ribbon should we have? We could use linen thread. That's like a standard, it's always good, right? Always perfect. Linen thread, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, let's take that out. You can see how nice it is. And if I'm going to put that in the middle, I'll be putting it on dimensionals. Because there's no stitching on or anything around this one, it makes me want to probably use a bit of like sponging around the outside probably. So let me, and I probably would do that maybe in Mossy Meadow because that's a good strong color. Let me just see if I have some daubers handy. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to grab my sponge daubers with my Mossy Meadow and very, very gently, not very much, I just want to go very, very gently around the edge. I just have a personal philosophy. I do not like ever to use red sponging around the edges of my shapes. And that's the one color I will never, ever sponge around. And that's because it looks like if you use red, particularly cherry cobbler, but if you use any red, it looks like you've got blood stuck on the edges of your shapes, and almost impossible to do it nicely in red. That's just I know that's a bit of a personal thing, but I really don't like it. So do we go with linen thread? Because that would look good, and just tie it through the hole. That's always a good choice of color. We don't want to have anything that's too thick. We don't have, I'm just thinking, what do I have that would work? Crumb cake is probably not, if I had crumb cake it would work, but I don't. I mean, we have vanilla, this beautiful vanilla, but it's too big. Okay, it's going to swamp this. It's such a small greeting. I could do my iridescent and color it. So I could color it Mossy Meadow, potentially, or pecan pie. Do I have pecan pie? Yes, I do have pecan pie. So that's a possibility. So we could do that, but it will still have a bit of that iridescent look to it. So do we color the ribbon, or do we just stick with something safe like the vanilla with the pecan pie through it? Oh, do I still have that? I might, you know. I don't know. Is that ribbon? I think that ribbon is still current because I remember seeing it only a day or two ago. I tell you what else I like. I won't use it on this, but the vanilla and black ribbon is gorgeous, but it's not quite right with this card. But I do have that. I've also got basic beige. You nearly get away with that. Look at that. Almost. It's kind of on its way to being okay. I actually have to go through my ribbons and get rid of some old ones that are no longer, they're retired. So, oh, I tell you what ribbon I do have. Now this is interesting. This is twine that it comes in 3 colors. Let me just see if I can find all 3. It's linen thread, but it's not. So I need a better system for my ribbons and twines and things, because I'm in a similar situation to what I was with the embellishments, because I've got them in a box and it's not really working. It's not easy for me to find them. Well, I can't find them all. But we do have, these are new. They're coming in the mini. So, and I think there's a red one as well, and the red would have gone nicely with this. But these are linen threads that are going to be coming in some different colours in the new catalogue that will be out in September. So that's something to look forward to. Okay. Tie all your Christmas gifts with the old retired ribbons. Yes, I know. Nobody does mind, and yes, I very often do that. I like all the really thick ones. This is the one that was suggested, that Janine suggested. It's vanilla with pecan pie, like a pecan. Is it pecan pie? I think it is meant to be, yeah, but it actually looks more like crumb cake, to be honest. Look. It doesn't really look like pecan pie. But I'm wondering if that's going to be too... So if I was going to use a ribbon like this, I wouldn't probably want to use it through the hole. So what I would do, let's try it. And if it doesn't work, we can go back to the linen thread. I would tie it and I would make a smaller bow as I possibly could. But the ribbon is a little on the thick side, so I don't know how small we'll be able to get it. We might be lucky. We'll see. So I'm pulling this tight as I go and then making my loops smaller. I want this to be little. Right, so what I could do once I've got this so that the loops are quite small is I could get my ribbon scissors and cut that off. So tell me, who likes being part of my thinking process when I'm making cards? Because you guys know that generally speaking, I don't have a very clear idea of what I want to do before I start. Okay. Oh, those little gems would go really well. Because what I could do here is I could attach this and then pop this, but it's not going to look right. I could pop it over the corner, over the edge. But you can see I probably should have done my hole on the other side. I don't know. I don't think that looks right. Even though it's a cute little bow that I managed to tie with that. Anyway, I think I've decided what to do. I'm going to chicken out and do something a little different. So let's get this up on a dimensional. Thread. I know. Oh, good, Suzanne. See, it makes me feel, I think too. Yeah, I'm thinking a knot with the ribbon might have been better, Katrina. I think you might be right. I think it's too thick. I mean, this is as small as I can get that bow. And it is cute, but it's still a bit thick. Right, so I'm going to put this so it's right there on that joint. So it's centered quite nicely. And we have a couple of choices. We can grab our pecan pie dots, and I can put one on each end. These would be good too. Can you see those? But those are discontinued. These ones, I don't know where that one came from. If they're those, I forget what they're called now, but anyway. What do you think? Do we like that? Does it need anything? It's like crafting without crafting. Yeah, kind of. I'm doing the crafting, but I'm relying on you guys to help me and tell me what it is you'd like me to do with it. And after all this, I do love these pecan pie dots. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little design in them. Can you see it? It's like a little zigzag design. If you look close enough, it makes you want to look at them. So I'm going to tie a little bow. I don't know if we need this or not, but I'm about to find out. Make it small. We're going to cut off here and here. And then we can attach that. I do feel it does need something, and maybe that's all it is. So I'm going to attach this with a glue dot, because glue dots are life. They are the best. And if you don't have glue dots in your collection, you need them, because they stick everything on when you don't. If you don't, my thinking is the three main, well, glue dots. If somebody says to you, I don't know what to stick XYZ on with, the answer is usually glue dots. I'm deciding, do I want it to one side or do I want it in the middle? No, to one side. Get these threads to, these ends to sit down. There we go. I'm going to call that finished. It just needed something else. I don't know. Sometimes you just feel like it's not finished until you add something else. All right, there we go. 2 cards. Same sketch. Different arrangement. What do we think? Do we like it? I think the smaller dots would look really good as well. Part of the reason I used those ones was because I wanted to make sure they would cover up the hole. The small ones, I wasn't 100% sure that they would cover it up. I was worried it might go through the hole, but that was the only reason I went with the bigger ones. But if otherwise, I probably would have just gone with small ones. Yeah. There we go. We did it, guys. Quarter of an hour over time, but hey, you know, sometimes that's what it takes. We get there in the end, right? So don't forget, in just straight after the end of this video, I'm going to go and put the blurb underneath the YouTube video so you can email me if you need anything. There will be a link to the online store. Everything you've seen me using today is available for purchase. These are all online exclusives. So if you're looking in your catalog for these items, you won't find them. They're online. So the best thing to do is follow that online shopping link and just go and check them all out there. There's some fantastic things. Anyone who orders this Changing Leaves bundle will, of course, be registered for next week's class. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, you guys, have a fantastic weekend. Don't be if you're cold, then get under a blanket and stay nice and cozy, because that's what weekends are for, right? And pruning roses, of course. All right, I'm just going to switch back over to me for 1 second. Okay, I hope everyone has the best kind of weekend, maybe even get some crafting in. I will see you on Sunday night. Have a good one. See you soon, people. Bye-bye.